I've got a bunch of singles to show you today, and we're going to go in reverse chronological order. And I've got a couple of copies of Burning Love to show you today. These are all Japanese, by the way. And the cover is fairly similar to the American release with the lyrics on the back. But it's the record that I wanted to point out more than anything else. So this is a copy that you can find fairly easily, this one here. Same B-side as the American single. And here's another copy that I have. Exactly the same cover. But the record actually has a tri-center, whereas the other one had the large center hole. This one was the first one of the two. The other one is much more common. The manufacturer is different, and this one was manufactured by Victor Company of Japan. The other one was manufactured by Victor Musical Industries. So just after this record came out, they switched to the new manufacturer and also the new style of record with the big hole in the middle. Another couple of early 70s singles I have to show you. This is I think this is a Japan only cover. It's Polk Saladani on the A side and I Just Can't Help Believing on the B side. And the black text at the top there, it says this is a dream coupling from That's the Way It Is. So this record has that same tri-center in the middle, and you can also find this one with the large center hole, but in this case the one with the large hole is the rarer pressing. This one is fairly common. And I have another another copy of that one. Same insert. This copy is actually a white label promo. And there are two different versions of the Polk Saladani promo. This one has I Just Can't Help Believing on the B-side, but there's another promo copy which has another version of Polk Saladani on the B-side, performed by a Japanese comedian, but the lyrics are completely different. Also from the early 70s is this single in this logo jacket. This is GI Blues, Doing the Best I Can. So this single had been available since the end of 1960, but this is an RCA pressing from somewhere between 1972 and 1975, and that can be identified by this large center hole. Going back a few years to the mid-1960s now, this is a very rare single from the Gold Standard series. I Want You, I Need You, I Love You, and My Baby Left Me. So this one has a 4-page insert with the lyrics on the inside and also some Japanese liner notes. This one comes in this colourful Victor Company sleeve, which they started to use from about 1964, I think. And this is the record. It's in really nice condition, actually. It looks like it's hardly ever been played. From just a little bit before that, we have Long Lonely Highway and I'm Yours. Long Lonely Highway was the A-side in Japan. There are the words on the back. This is also a 4-page insert, but this one has got some nice photographs from the movie in the middle. Also on Victor, and with that same red, white and blue company sleeve. Another rare one here, this is a Living Stereo single from 1961. This is Are You Lonesome Tonight? The mono copy is very easy to find, but this is a very hard one to find on Living Stereo. So they only released half a dozen singles on Living Stereo in Japan. And in the middle there, once again, lyrics and... oh, they've actually translated the lyrics into Japanese for the A-side, which is unusual. And the label design is slightly different with the Living Stereo logo on the left side. And the company sleeves were also a little bit different. Very similar to the 50s mono sleeves, except it points out living stereo at the top. And also there's some notes on the back there about the stereo technology. From the end of 1960, this is Wooden Heart and Pocket Full of Rainbows. Lyrics on the back as usual. And this one has this orangey brown company sleeve that they used around about 61 to 63. Next one is It's Now or Never. This is the original from 1960 with the orange background. Some time ago I showed you the RCA version from the 70s, which has a green background, but this is the first one with that orange coloured background. Here's the record. That one was also released in living stereo, by the way. And there's the mono sleeve that they used from 56 or 57. They started using this cover, and it always remained the same right through until 1961. The next one is a Japan-only coupling with Young Dreams and Dixieland Rock, with the English words on the back. Now if you see a record in one of these logo jackets with this kind of green and white design, then you know it's not the first pressing, because they never use this design for the first pressing. And really the best way of telling what year these came out is by looking at the company sleeve. There's the record, another very nice one. And the company sleeve that came with that one was again this orangey brown one, so assuming it's the correct one, that was probably on sale somewhere between 61 and 63, although it was originally released in 1958. And the last one is the oldest one in the set today, and this is not Don't, and I beg of you, it's actually a Hard-Headed Woman, and Don't Ask Me Why. This is slightly unusual in that it has a photograph on the back showing Elvis and his two female co-stars from King Creole. And of course you get the lyrics to both songs, and there's a few notes in Japanese as well at the top. There's the record. This one's slightly rough, but it plays okay. And it also has the original Victor sleeve. So there you go, just a bunch of singles that I haven't got around to showing before. Hope you enjoyed that. Any comments or questions, just drop me a line in the comment section below. Thanks a lot. Cheers.